What's the best robot vacuum and mop to buy in 2025? In this video, I'm going to compare two flagship options, the Dreame X50 Ultra and the Roborock Saros 10R. I'll compare their features, vacuuming, mopping, obstacle avoidance, and noise level performance, and how to use these in home automations. I've owned and tested a bunch of robot vacuums over the years, so I've seen where these shine and where they don't. If you're new here, my name is Michael Leen, and this channel is all about how tech can make you more productive, especially through home automation, with new videos every week. Let's start out by comparing the feature set of these two robots. On paper, a lot of the features are similar. Both use a form of LiDAR for navigation, have 20,000 pascals of suction power fed through duo detangling brushes. They use two round mop pads, include an extendable side sweeping brush and mop, feature similar cleaning modes, suction modes, and have the ability to adjust the wetness of the mop pads for a deeper clean. They both can also be programmed to mop only after vacuuming, have intelligent dirt detection, hot air mop drying, and auto detergent dispensers, though only the Dreame includes the clean detergent in the box. I really think Roborock should do the same at this price point. Both models have a built-in voice assistant and claim to support the Matter smart home protocol, though as of this recording, this feature is pending an over-the-air update. App control is extremely similar for both brands, at least on iOS. I find both easy to use with loads of features and customizations. I think there are three main differences between these two robots. First is the maximum climbing height, with the Dreame able to surmount a 6cm threshold compared with 4cm on the Roborock. But if you're like me and don't have any small thresholds like this in your home, this difference may not be that important to you. Second is the minimum clearance height. While the Roborock is only about 1cm thinner, they may actually matter depending on what you're hoping this vacuum can clean beneath. Third is the size of the water tanks. The Dreame includes 4 to 4.5 liter tanks compared with 3 liters on Roborock. While this does mean the Dreame docking station is taller, it also means you can go longer in between needing to refill and clean the water tanks. Finally is the appearance, which is admittedly subjective, but I prefer the matte black designer aesthetic of the Dreame over the glossy piano black look of the Roborock, which makes it a magnet for fingerprint marks. But all of that is just specs. How effective are these two robots at actually cleaning my home? I tested both devices for vacuuming, mopping, obstacle avoidance, and noise levels. For the vacuum test, I scattered 10 grams of broken tortilla chips on our hardwood floor. It measured how much of that debris found its way back into the robot's dustbin. I sent out each robot on a vacuum-only clean using standard suction power. And in between their vacuuming runs, I used a traditional vacuum to clean the floor and ensure a fresh start for the next robot. On the Dreame's first attempt, it largely avoided the mess altogether, which surprised me. Looking at the Dreame app, it misidentified the food mess as cord-like items. So I sent it out once again, and this time it attempted to clean it up. While the scale said that all 10 grams came out of the dustbin, there was still a visible mess on the floor. Also, a bit of warning, the Dreame's dustbin was ridiculously hard to open, and I literally ripped off half my fingernail in the process, which was super painful. Now, the Roborock did not hesitate to clean up the mess, but it returned just 9 out of 10 grams. I actually thought the floor looked messier after the Dreame was done, even though it had returned 10 grams. Had I told both robots to do a second pass or used increased suction power, they may have finished the job, but because Dreame required 2 attempts, I'm going to give the edge to Roborock on vacuuming. To assess mopping performance, I smeared 1 spoonful of ketchup on our hardwood floor and told both to go mop the area at a medium wetness with a deep cleaning route. In between their mopping runs, I scrubbed the floor with a microfiber cloth and cleaning solution to ensure a fresh start for the next robot. Both Dreame and Roborock cleaned up all the visible ketchup mess. Upon swiping my finger, there was a little sticky residue after the Roborock was done, but not after Dreame. In fairness though, Dreame had cleaning detergent in its docking station since it came with it, whereas the Roborock did not. But given the results, I'll give the edge to Dreame on mopping. For both robots, the ketchup was clearly visible on the mop pads prior to getting washed at the dock, but worse was the ketchup embedded into the robot's wheels, which came back to haunt me in the next test. I wanted to see how these two would handle navigating around obstacles in our living room rug, an area that is frequently covered in toys. To replicate this, I set out some of our kids' toys and a child's sock on that living room rug to represent what it actually looks like most of the time. Both robots were set to vacuum only mode. Roborock went first, and as soon as it rolled onto the carpet, I saw ketchup stains. I immediately paused the robot and flipped it over and saw ketchup embedded in its wheels from that mopping test. The robot was cleaned after the mopping test, but that only addresses the mop pads, not the wheels. After manually cleaning off the wheels and our rug, I let it continue the obstacle avoidance test. It bumped into the toys a few times, but it never plowed through them like I observed on last year's flagship, the S8 X50 Ultra. Before Dreame could go on the rug, I cleaned off its wheels, which also had ketchup on them. Dreame was more cautious around obstacles, getting right up to the edge, but never touching or bumping into any of the toys or sock. I'll declare Dreame the winner of obstacle avoidance. At the lowest suction power setting, the Dreame is about 53 decibels versus 52 on the Roborock, and at the maximum suction power setting, Dreame was around 65 decibels versus 67 for Roborock. I don't think there's any clear winner when it comes to noise level. As mentioned, both the Dreame and Roborock claim to support Matter, but each is pending an over-the-air update to make this happen at the time of my recording. Right now, both robots integrate with Amazon, Apple, and Google Voice Assistants to initiate a cleaning. It is much easier to add Roborock to Home Assistant thanks to an official integration. And since I was already using Roborock S8 X50 Ultra with Home Assistant, it auto-added the Saros 10R without me having to do anything. I created an automation tied to a wireless smart button in our kitchen. A single press tells Roborock to clean the kitchen, and a double press tells it to clean the entire floor. There is a custom hacks integration in Home Assistant called Dreame Vacuum that bills itself as a complete Dreame app replacement. However, the X50 Ultra is not yet a supported device at the time of my testing, even under the latest beta release. Roborock is my winner for smart home integration. I haven't had either robot long enough to comment on their long-term reliability, but in my weeks of testing, I found the Roborock app to be generally more reliable than Dreame. Both apps are incredibly similar, but a few times the Dreame app struggled to connect to the robot, whereas this never happened with Roborock. For context, both robots were docked in the same room, connected to the same Wi-Fi network. But for now, I'll give the edge to Roborock for reliability. The Roborock came out on top for vacuuming, smart home integration, and reliability, whereas Dreame was ahead on mopping and obstacle avoidance. In reality, both perform quite similarly across each test. These are both very similar flagship options. If you're looking for a top-of-the-line robot vacuum and mop, chances are you'll be happy with either one. But here are some key differences that may push you in one direction or another. If you need a robot to clear 4 to 6 centimeter thresholds, the Dreame is your only option. If you want to shave off as much time as you can between water tank refills, then you may also want the Dreame for its additional 1 liter capacity. And if design is important to you, I think the Dreame is more attractive. But if you want a flagship robot vacuum that can fit under furniture below 8 centimeters, prefer easy integration with Home Assistant, or just prefer a brand that's been a market leader in this segment for a while, then you may want to go with Roborock. I don't think the $100 price difference between them is significant when you're already shelling out over $1,500. But what about you? What's your top pick? Let me know down in the comments. And while you're there, give this video a like and consider subscribing. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.